All right, folks. Duke Machado here, and I've got a few things on my mind. I've been trying to catch up, trying to get a little time here to share my thoughts. And it's not. It's some you may like, and some you're probably not going to like. But I'm going to start off with President Trump. I'm going to start with the administration, the great things that are happening in our country, things I never thought I'd actually see happen are happening. And there's no letting off the gas right now. We're coming strong. Republicans are seizing the moment. Loving our Attorney General Pam Bondi and her toughness. Our new Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. I watched his speech the other day, and I just have to say, I'm impressed. We've got action going on all fronts. The border is secure. Um, the border security and homeland security are picking up criminal illegal immigrants, getting dangerous people off the streets. And I don't care what anybody says. I 100% support it. And are they going after moms and kids? No, no one's going after those folks. But if that mom was trafficking children, yeah, they're going after her. If you've been involved, you're here illegally. Number one, crossing the border is enough. But number two, you're also involved in other heinous acts or crimes. Crimes against children, against women. Yeah, they're coming after you, and I'm in 100% agreement with Trump and the leadership. So, all you guys who may call me a sellout, I'm already used to it. You may say I don't have any ties or I don't have any love for Mexico. Um, that there may be some truth to that. I don't know anyone in Mexico. I'm not related to anyone that I know of in Mexico, and most of the people that are coming across aren't even from Mexico. So I mean, this is not about my race and my what people would say my hatred for my own kind. My kind are the American citizen, people who have our values, who share the same culture as I do, people who gather around the dinner table for Thanksgiving and are excited about Christmas. Christian families, yeah, the basics. And I want to say thank you to President Trump for standing strong in the face of all these things, all the challenges. The truth is coming out, and all the attacks on him, all the attacks on us, conservatives, Republicans. It's all coming out, and I can't wait to see it all go down. I can't wait to see these people get arrested. I'm talking about the folks behind all the Russia hoax, and I'm talking about sitting senators, congressmen, former president. I want to see President Obama go down. He's the instigator behind the whole thing. So yeah, I can't wait to see all that, and I'm gonna move on here and share some thoughts on some topics. And but I just wanted to start out with some positive things here about the Trump administration and what we have going on. So we're going to start with this, and maybe we should end with it, but I'm going to go ahead and start with this here. You've seen you've seen all the imams, and I don't know if they're really imams or maybe they're self-proclaimed imams or maybe they're just Muslims who are all razzled a little bit, and they're getting emboldened. And you see what they're doing in the UK, and they want to dominate the world, right? Sharia law, the law of Islam, is the one where they allow honor killings. They have their own set of rules. They allow stoning of women and cutting off of hands and things like that. It's just barbaric. To think that they want us to submit to that is insane. The American people that I know, and maybe not in these liberal cities where they're taken over, but in more conservative areas. Well, maybe not so much because I'm in Texas and Islam is making a big move here in Texas. And they're going after Hispanics. The Hispanic population is the fastest growing demographic for Islam. And I have to tell you why I think that is. It is trying to stick it to the man, right? You try to stick it to the man. They're upset with the government. They don't like the deportations. They don't like some of the harsh rhetoric that's coming out about illegal immigrants and whether they're making a positive impact in our country or not. And they're always fighting the man. They're always looking over their shoulder for border patrol. And so Islam, if you've ever read the Quran, which I have read it, I read it once and I was astounded afterwards. I couldn't believe what I had just read, that I had to read it again just to confirm. And it's confirmed. It is not a good book. It is an instruction manual for how to destroy anyone other than an Islamic believer. Anyone else who doesn't believe that Muhammad was the prophet is an infidel, right? We're the bad guys, and their religion gives them the right, it gives them the liberty to hunt us down and to do whatever they need to do to spread Islam. And so, Sharia ties into that. And if we just sit and watch what happens, we're gonna sit, and one day they're gonna be in control of everything. That's not something I like to say or I even want to admit, but it's true. They're very organized. They're very well funded, and they've been playing nice long enough. Just kind of nodding and just kind of trying to be passive and peaceful and everything. But now the story's changed. Now you see how all of their alliances through the years are now culminating. With different movements. So the way they were involved with local politics, the Democrat Party especially, the Party for Socialism and Liberation, socialist, communist, they're all working hand in hand to take down America. And that's what they need to do. They can't do it from the outside, right? We've got the weapons, we've got the tech, we've got all that. And now we have the will. Before we didn't have the will, but so they know they need to do it from within. They're going to do it like they did in the UK. They're going to take mayoral offices. They're going to take city council seats and then just kind of continue to move and pass laws. And before you know it, our little passive selves are going to be sitting there wondering why it is we can't do whatever we're used to doing. I tell you, the thing for me is if I hear if I hear the morning prayer, which if it happens, I don't even know what to say. I'll be blown away. That will be my signal that I need to do a lot more, that I haven't done enough. So I don't know what you think about Sharia law. I'd love to hear it in the comments. I know what I think. It's not good for America. It's not good for our culture. They're not trying to assimilate into our culture of Americanism. We used to be a melting pot. Not anymore. Not anymore. They're not going to melt into our society. They would put us in a pot and boil us if we don't go in to their society. And I do believe that they would do that and have a lot of joy doing it, watching us suffer. It's just something that we have to address. I don't know how we're going to address it. I've seen Congressman Chip Roy. He said he put forward some legislation trying to make it illegal or to never allow Sharia to take place in America. And so we'll see. It may be legislation like that. We have to start fighting back. We've been too passive for too long. That's it on that. This is going to be kind of a funny twist, but like I say, they're all working together. So let's talk about this little image that circled the internet. I don't know. Like maybe they're trying out for one of those weird end of days movies or something like that. But these are actually Antifa protesters who have been arrested in Portland. And look at them. Look at them. I see when I look into their faces and their eyes, I see sadness, isolation, desperation. There's a lot of gay, a lot of trans. Um, Maybe they feel displaced. Maybe they feel ignored. They're definitely on the realm of possible mental disorders among these people. I'm not a I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying, a common sense. I look at some of these people and their eyes are just crazy. You know, the piercings, it's the eyes. I think it's the eyes, the hair too, maybe. But these are dangerous people. These are the people that wear black and the black mask and the sunglasses, and they're walking around with sticks and clubs and just trying to cause harm. They'll throw a brick through your windshield faster than you can blink. They will mob attack you and hurt you. So this is the face of Antifa, and I'm so glad that here recently they were declared a a terrorist organization, because they really are. And what they're doing, the way that they work closely with the Democrat Party, that's something that you need to pay attention to. We all do, because we've seen them work. We've seen them work, and the way they're mingling in the same crowds, the way they're doing their recruiting. Um, they're they're organized, and they're beating us right now. Well, they're beating the conservative movement. They're beating Republicans when it comes to uh, engaging in events. Now, it takes time, and now our side is bouncing back. Now we're organizing, and we're showing up at events, and so I kind of think that we're just a little behind. But what we have on our side is the Constitution. We do have law on our side, law and order. It's not too much to ask for. We have to support our Border Patrol, ICE. We have to support our police departments, and just everyone out there fighting to keep us safe. They want chaos. They want destruction. They want to burn buildings, cars, you name it. They just want to they want to turn us into a kind of country that we just give up and say, well, hell, it's over with. There must be another way. What's the other way? Oh, socialism? Yeah, let's try that. Oh, give me a break. No one is going to believe that. And so, yeah, I'm glad that Trump did classify Antifa as a terrorist organization. So we can now dismantle them. I know they're going after the money. I know they're trying to find what the root of it all is and cut it off. It's getting funneled through all these different groups. All these nonprofit groups are all tied into it. And I'm so glad the FBI is using the tools and the resources that we have, and to get to the bottom of it, because I honestly felt like we're never going to get to it. We're never going to figure out who's behind it. No one's ever going to pay the price for all the destruction that they've caused. And it feels that way a lot of times. But now I feel like, maybe not so much. Maybe they better start running. Maybe they better start hiding. And Cash Patel's on them. I love it. I love it. Cash Patel. So, yeah, I want to talk about this event that came across the other day. Um, Let me see here. Yeah, there we go. 10/18/25 was a day that apparently all these protesters made history. They organized all across the country and were uh, making the claim that we don't need any kings and we don't need any no kings, right? No kings. That's what they say. No kings. And I just have to kind of go down the journey of how do they come up with the concept that Trump is a king. We have kings that we can see are around the world. We've seen King Charles now, and the difference I think, and maybe what makes them think that Trump is a king or king like is that he gets things done. He doesn't have to ask for permission on a lot of things that he does. He does have the rights and ability to take immediate action, and he's not afraid to do it. So to them, it feels like he's unchecked, like he doesn't have any checks and balances, but he does. He knows what those checks and balances are, and he operates within the law. Look at all the attacks that came at him, all the different ways they try to get him to resign, walk away from wanting to be president, all the lies that were told, the media, just everything. Now we know all that is exactly what we thought it was. It was constructed, concocted. It was manipulated information. It was editing, editorials, everything paid for by the bad guys. And I feel like they all know that their days are numbered. So they have to get desperate and they have to do something. They have to do something to get everyone off track. And so I think they want to try to convince everyone that Trump is a king and get people on their side. But only fools would believe anything like that. Only an uneducated, easily swayed, liberal minded, anti American would believe that President Trump is a dictator, is a fascist. All these things, all these terms that they throw out there, it's to sensationalize. Trump is not a fascist. You know, there are people who say that he's a racist, that he's all these things, a bigot, and I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm not afraid of him. I'm not afraid of anyone in the Trump cabinet. I don't fear walking down the street. I'm not afraid to get arrested by ICE or anything like that. Get get off of this king thing, people. It's irrelevant. It's a waste of time, and it's just a distraction. Look at all the great things that Trump has done. Look at all the amazing policies that have been put in place, the wars that have come to an end. Um, we can't ignore all the great things that our president is doing right now, and you know J.D. Vance, the rest of the leadership, and Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio's doing an amazing job. Trump has got this team put together, and we're rocking and rolling. And if you're against the success, the winning that we're having, I feel for you because it's just getting started. So anyway, folks, that's my little take. It's not a whole lot, but it is what it is. Share it around, and if you like it, and make some comments. Duke Machado, out of here.